side, but make sure if you have the ability to, pop both streams up. Dual Twitch it so you can see at Gen Game and AON for both sides of what is going on here at Orion. A very stacked event going on here in Long Island. What do you think we're going to be seeing here? Now, obviously, we saw the double Palutena before.
Double Palutena.
It's just going to stay that way?
And what I'm the most curious about is seeing MGW and Juuuuul sticking their team.
I think we see Juuuuul go Lucina.
I could see that as well. However, one thing that I kind of want to see is if MGW would switch to Olimar. I think his Greninja is cooking, so I don't expect it.
Yeah, I think that with the way that his Greninja's been playing, you want that ability to blitz in on the Palutenas. Like, I think if he went Olimar, it would have to be Olimar Lucina. I don't think that you see Olimar Robin at all.
Yeah, no. Because it's like the idea of filling specific roles, and Olimar and Robin would fill the same role.
Exactly, especially when you're trying to break zone on Palutena. She ain't trying to break your zone. You got to go to her. So we're seeing a bit of a debacle. Everybody's just waiting for. I guess everybody's waiting for someone to pick it out first, or we're having controller issues. I think there might have been a name that got deleted potentially.
Whack.
You know, actually, speaking of whack things, there's not many whack things about this game. Like, I love everything about it. However, why is it that we're in a brand new game and they gave us less names?
I continue to be tight about this, and I will be till the end of time.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's a brand new game with many new faces. You want more people to be able to play on it, all these new home consoles, and you gave us less name options. It makes zero sense to me. So hopefully, actually, we'll never see an update of that. We're going to have to live with that. So all you guys trying to keep your stats on individual monitors or switches for other people, get bodied. I can't even keep my own. People have deleted them off my own console multiple times.
So my setup happens to be one of the stream setups. At the end of every night, I just delete everyone's name. I clear everyone. I'm like, listen, none of you have your names in here. Just make them again.
Rest in peace. All right, so actually
I hear the Robin. I see the Greninja.
Okay, so we are going to see the Fox on Odyssey. That's one of the big ones I was wondering, is if they actually stick with it. And we are going to see the Robin. I expected to see the Lucina. So I think with the way that last match went, they're feeling way more comfortable in this this concept. And I actually like Odyssey going Fox here because now he has someone who has the speed to contend with MGW, who's going to try and blitz that Palutena as much as possible. Starting off on PS2.
I feel like this is almost like normal for Tri-State now. Like, this is what we've come to expect.
Starting on PS2?
Well, I feel like that's just going to be the gold standard. But, like, these characters.
I like the fact that there's so many people who played the characters in the last game who are just continuing to prove like why they were so solid in the last game, and the new additions in Odyssey trying to continue to establish the same pressure he had before, getting a quick string on Mykelism, but also Juuuuul just showing all these new changes to Robin has been putting in work.
I think as far as nerfs go, one of the biggest changes to Robin is the fact that Hellfire, or rather Arcfire, can't clank with projectiles and make them bloom anymore. Now it just fizzles. And it just sucks to see because it used to be such a good space denial tool, and now it's like, it's a lot more of a commitment from Robin, which I feel like in this matchup in particular would be particularly exposed. Like, my team's moving fast.
Yes.
Like, Fox has undeniable speed, and Palutena is no slouch either.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. For a character that's basically got like all the tools to zone, Palutena is perfectly content with going in. And unfortunately for MGW, that's going to be first stock. But even in the backup, I didn't even realize Odyssey lost the stock. And that back air not going to take it just yet. Juuuuul doing a good job of stock taking yet again. Like, that's the support role you want to see. You want to see whoever's sitting in the back hold on to him as long as possible. And Juuuuul very consistent at that in avoiding the explosive flame again and the up smash. Mykelism swinging hard.
There's also really good awareness from Juuuuul. He knew exactly how high he needed to be to avoid that up smash. Books and swords flying out of Juuuuul's kit at the end of that.
Yeah, Odyssey unintentionally had to deal with like 3 options covered by just 1 attempted back air. And he was able to get out of there. Juuuuul definitely would have preferred to seal that out. But with Fox being as light as he is, he can die to an up air, which did not get to sweet spot. But with all this rage on Juuuuul, they want to get rid of that as soon as possible. Juuuuul swinging everywhere off the stage here, not going to get the kill. Good defense. The water Hydro Pump is actually going to be pushing away just enough, and Mykelism's going to lose his stock.
The movement from Yellow Team has been super precise, and I'm actually like really digging it because we haven't been able to see the speed from Red Team like catch them out like you would expect them to.
Yeah, the actual like neutral pressure zone breaking is not nearly as strong for Odyssey as he was hoping. That back throw is though. Pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did MGW just run in and up air Juuuuul after that nair?
He might have.
Yeah, like MGW. It's a different character, man. Don't go hitting Juuuuul like that.
Sometimes you just get lost in the sauce.
He's seeing blood. He sees. Yeah, he saw Palu's like, you know what? I don't care who's in the way. I'm gonna go hit him. But both of them, like, even though MGW is at his last stock, again, Odyssey being very light, they can take this away with just one straight hit. But Odyssey really doing a good job of dying. I'm gonna stop complimenting their ability to live. But he was doing a good job of getting his better footing and avoiding a lot of the options that Juuuuul was trying to set him up in.
One thing to note about this game, at least just one thing I want to highlight, it seems like stage control has never at any particular time belonged to one person or the other. But here in the late game, Red Team takes control, and the momentum shift has been like very jarring, I would say. Like, this went from an all-out brawl to being Red Team stage, and like it's like everything came to a screeching halt.
And like you were just saying, it was an all-out brawl before, and then off stage, it was just complete all-out brawl, and now we're back to an even game, which really should have just been in Red Team's favor had they not gotten caught off stage like that. Odyssey swinging for the fences for years. That is a re-grab attempt, so let's see if he can make it. Like, he's actually going to get back.
Yellow Team, they're withstanding the storm. I think they've been doing really well in this. However, this is Adi on a fairly fresh stock. Juuuuul hurting. Still super doable for Yellow Team, but like, this is Odyssey's Fox we're talking about.
Yeah, and you see Odyssey is his main focus and priority is hunting down Juuuuul. He wants that stock and he wants it bad. He is just running past MGW, and that time got the trade to actually even it out. He had target and he was able to meet the mark. MGW just throwing out a lot of hitboxes just to try and stuff out an attempted approach. That's when you see someone who's really kind of stressing out. It's like, I'm putting out something, anticipating it, versus actually knowing it's coming. And Odyssey could take advantage of this.
Trying to figure out, like, what's going to be the, what's the follow-up? Because we've seen MGW break off into neutral just by getting his down tilt into neutral air. Neutral air itself, a great tool for just forcing things back to a reset. Adi, it seems like he's just hunting for the kill, and a back air is going to do it.
Odyssey got to be feeling himself after that. MGW actually getting up, getting in such an intense situation. You could see it, though. Just all the hitboxes he threw out there. You could tell when somebody is really rearing to try and find a way to stop the bleeding, and Odyssey took full advantage of that. And even when Juuuuul was trying to run away, MGW trying so hard to keep him off, just could not.
Now, as we go into the game 2, the run back to Pokemon Stadium, like, I'm telling you, this stage is the golden standard. Like, you got to get used to this.
Oh yeah, it is the new home of everything that is Smash Ultimate. Like, if you guys were fans of Smashville, well, this is the new version of it. We have Pokemon Stadium 2. I am 100% okay with it because we get all this great music, and I love this layout. But
big same, my man. Big same. So everything is being run back, characters, stage.
I'm actually very surprised. I know I've mentioned it before, and I have been very impressed by Juuuul's Robin. But you saw at the last game, if he had maybe Lucina, he might have been able to box out Odyssey a little bit more. So I think the attempted goal this time with them staying is they're going to try and put heavier focus on Odyssey. But instead, they're actually just opting to continue to go with these 1v1s.
I feel like Juuuul's Lucina is still like in the works. And I say that only because a lot of the way that he controls space is very specific to Robin's tools. Like, he knows when he can get aggro with his normals, but he's well aware of how much pressure he can put out with projectiles.
Hey, you know, and as well as having that early kill potential, if they get their throw combos, it is very strong between both him and Greninja. It's just the difference between that and this game, or that first game, at the start, they had it, but Red Team was able to slow it down. They were able to steal this first stock here. Hopefully they can continue to establish that pressure on Odyssey. Otherwise, Odyssey's going to just run with it. I like the fact that Mykelism as well. His game plan hasn't really changed at all. He's been allowing Odyssey to run in. He's been playing that support role extremely well. Doing a solid job of getting hit by his team. You know, he's been doing a solid job of stock tanking for the most part. And you see there, he's just opting to run back, let Odyssey reset himself, and then go in. And then get hit by Odyssey yet again.
Damn, Odyssey really out here punishing his teammate for good play.
Odyssey is playing a 3v1 right now. He does not care who's in his way as long as some stocks are flying.
My man logged into the online. He got put into the free-for-all.
Thank you, Elite Smash.
But no, you bring up a good point. Mykelism is doing a really good job of being able to just focus the areas where Odyssey's falling short. That being the space that Fox fails to control, or whenever he has to come down for a landing and finding like a safer path for him. Or every occasionally we see Mykelism doing like neutral airs or back airs just to extend combos. We're not seeing it too often, unfortunately, because they do keep on hitting each other, and Yellow Team's doing a great job of separating into the 1v1s. But it's just good awareness.
Oh, and Odyssey actually giving them a charity stock as well, going off the left-hand side and dying there. And no closeout from the up smash before. Odyssey going to get MGW going to center stage, finally take off the first stock from MGW. It just harkens back to what we said before. Doubles right now is just... It's kind of chaos. Like it's not completely clean. Everybody's still getting used to the new characters and the new formats of the stages, and pretty much only Light and or Light Venya anti Mr. E, we've seen the maximization of the doubles gameplay. We're seeing it more and more as this match is progressing here, and I think Kofi and Zaphros did a solid job at that as well. But it's just if the red team could close it out, or they can clean it up a little bit, I think they can run it back. But just the miscues have been really detrimental to Yellow Team really taking control of the space. Mykelism digging deep, and that was actually his jump on that back air. Good awareness from Juuuuul. And I think actually because of the clank, Odyssey is going to live because of that. All right, so this time Odyssey has 4 stocks to deal with versus the 2.
Yeah, this is not a comfortable position to be sitting in, especially getting juggled. And we're going to a game 3.
I like the fact that because they had the stock up that time, they were not afraid to go after Odyssey. Like, a lot of times you see that last character, especially when they got run back from a 2v1 situation, they play scared in the next game when it comes up again. That time, no. They went in, they got aggressive. I'm sure they talked about it before. Like, we're not letting that happen again.
Right.
And we're going to see an exact run back, right back to PS2, no character swaps. It's been very even for the most part. And consistently throughout the day, every time MGW and Juuuuul start off on the back foot, they have completely changed it going into Game 2 and Game 3. Like, they have adapted so fast. And I'm interested to see if Red Team can adapt to the same speed that they were, but MGW stripping on the stream. This is a PG stream, man.
He's got to reveal his power levels.
Nah, he's getting into it. He wants to solidify this and take this out. Again, they've been working well from behind. Like every time they've lost a match to round 1, they have really done a good job of readjusting. And we'll see if we can do it going into Game 3 here, actually on Smashville this time instead.
This was Red Team's pick, yes?
Yes.
Oh, all right, I find that this is going to be an interesting pick. The only reason I said is because I feel like for every good thing that Fox brings to this stage, Greninja brings the same thing. And I feel like Juuuuul has always done a really good job at controlling this, specifically the ledges of Smashville.
Yeah, so far it's just been all Odyssey controlling the ledges, though. He has been blitzing at everyone, taking 0% so far in doubles, and we're already past 30 seconds in. He has been racking up so much damage on both of them, finally taking his first damage.
I mean, I guess if they're confident, let it rock.
You know, and on this smaller stage, it's a little bit less room for Palutena to zone and pressure, sure, but also Robin has less room to work with as well. So I think that they think because of the fact that Palutena has better up-close buttons, it might work out better for them.
I mean, so far it's working. They managed to take the stock off of Juuuuul, and MGW is not in much better shape either. But I feel like because it's so close quarters, when Juuuuul does get his projectile pressure on, it's going to be a lot more effective.
As we saw just there from the Arcfire into the up smash, MGW stock is going to go down as well. You know, every time I think that Juuuuul would want a little bit more space to zone, he says, no. He is a very aggressive up-in-your-face Robin that I'm not used to seeing, and I'm actually really impressed and enjoying watching the way he's been handling the aggressive play from something like Odyssey's Fox.
His style is very unique to his own, but it's rooted in having just a good sense of how to use Robin's tools. Add that on to the fact that, like, this is a Robin that's being trained to its core by a very aggressive region. Like, Tri-State's not afraid to get up in your face, no matter who's playing what character.
That's true.
You see players like Stocktaker, you see players like Juuuuul, you see players that, like Raptor and Suarez, that take these relatively well-known characters that are known for campiness and pressing them right against you with everything that they've got.
Yeah, you know, dealing with a character that has this bad disadvantage state like it did in the last game, and all the aggressive play like you were just talking about in Tri-State really improves your overall defense. And we're seeing that work out in spades, and that movement coming in from Juuuuul as well. And getting the back air out of shield, recognizing one of the few people I've seen all day going for these options out of shield, gets the dare as well. Juuuuul just showing, like, look, again, I am not passive. I am going to go in, and I am going to abuse these strong hits from Levin Sword.
In New York, we go Mad Horde. It's the scripture, man.
Yeah, MGW coming in to try and take advantage of that situation. Red team, if they can steal out the stock and Juuuuul, can hopefully reset the situation here. But this has been the Juuuuul show over the past couple stocks.
Oh, an unfortunate misplay on yellow team's side there. Juuuuul getting knocked down to his last stock here. And it is worth noting, this is tournament life for both of these teams.
There sure is 1-1 currently in loser's side. The winner moving on, the other team going down in, I believe, 5th place in this very stacked doubles tournament here at Orion.
This loser's bracket has been quite the climb. Like,
we're seeing 1v1 situation on both sides. Both of them trying to get that early edge guard to hopefully sell the stock. The up smash not going to take it just yet. Juuuuul just waiting from the hold shield, just like opting to go in, trying to punish the attempted teleport to center stage. Gets only a Nosferatu out of it.
And Adi wasn't well positioned to punish Juuuul's Nosferatu, so he's going to be getting that off for free.
Yeah, all that health you just got is disappeared immediately. Good pressure at the ledge with that jab.
I love how MGW tried to come through with the Shadow Sneak. Like, if he actually got it while they were still locked, it would have been a ton of damage.
And Mykelism just opting to stand at the ledge again. He's been holding shield a whole lot, and MGW recognizing that situation. Forward throw will seal that out.
And there's no longer a reserve stock for Odyssey.
Yeah, that is huge. Odyssey is the one who's been doing work like at the tail end of these matches, but not anymore. Now it's out to Mykelism to make this 2v1 comeback. He can very much do it if he can get rid of Juuuuul, but doesn't seem like that's going to happen so far. Juuuuul just continuing to establish his pressure. MGW going in.
I like how even though Juuuuul has the more percentage, he's the one who initially opted to go in for yellow team. He's like, yeah, stay healthy. I got this.
It also establishes a fear factor, too. It's like the person who I can kill is running at me, and I can't beat them out right now. Good spacing to avoid getting backed on. The backdown can kill at this percent. So you're going to see Juuuuul probably just stay away from the ledge. Oh, no, it doesn't punish the dash attack there either. Oh, gets him coming up onto the stage. Baits him out on the roll, and that's going to be it. Good recovery of gameplay from MGW and Juuuuul again. Seeing them all throughout the day, once again, making a comeback from being behind. Or losing the first game.
And now we see this Greninja Robin team, they're scooping themselves into losers semifinals.
I love seeing all these unique teams that we're seeing today. And very minimal repeated characters outside of maybe Palutena and like Cloud. Like, we're seeing a lot of unique concepts of teams. Falco and Mario, Greninja and Robin, Palutena and Fox just a second ago. A little bit more common. But even the Fox Greninja that we're seeing in Grand Finals right now. Mr. E and Anti with the Marth and the Lucario. It's so healthy to see in this doubles format in this brand new game.
Because it's like I said this earlier. There's no like standout game plan that's like doubles isn't solved is what I could say. Like we're coming from a meta in Smash 4 where it was like